I'm having a free game
You're having
of my
a
life
free
right
game
now,
right now.
so I don't care.
Stack. You did it before. Stack. Stack. Right? You might laugh, but these are things that will allow you, because here's like you have to see the continuation of not stack. Because if you don't stack, what are you gonna do? Go here and then go here, and on your attempt to farm this wave, they might actually gank you. Because when when you win a fight, what do you notice? Who didn't die? Spec. Fuck, she's farming. We need to gank her. So if you actually reveal
right.
bot, it's like this is what you're doing. Imagine play versus anti-mage, and you're like, yeah, but anti-mage is farming.
Moving up and down, side to side, like a roller coaster.
Because in higher MMR games, you really don't see the post one getting extra region, and the position 5 actually have to compensate for that. But I like that you understand. Maybe you do it like unconsciously. I like that you.
I usually check if my pause 5 has a salve or not, and I'll
Right.
buy one.
All right, that's good. That's actually quite smart. It kind of seems that you have adapted to your bracket. I was about to say. Right. Generally, one of my rules is I don't want you to contest runs, right? So here's why. I know that's a little bit funny, but I see that constantly in lower MMR brackets. I see that even in my bracket sometimes, right?
No, it's funny to me because I'd say 60% of the time I don't contest as Spectre.
Like if you have Warpling, Spec, Antimates, TB, this type of heroes don't want to do that. If you have something like a Troll, even Lifestealers, you don't want to do that. If you have something like a Troll, then you might as well do that. That salve was a little bit premature. Like I'm gonna talk a little bit fast, because in the perfect world, you want to use a Tango and cut this Quelling Blade, with a Quelling Blade cut this tree, right? Hopefully you can see the mouse, and just stand here, and through that, you are just going to get back to region, right? You're gonna get back to full. But just because you're just kind of losing a lot of health, not getting the full value out of self. But generally, don't try to contest, because even if your team gets the first blood, if you don't get the first blood, in a perfect world, the mid laner wants to take the first blood. But if you lose a lot of health, what's going to happen is you don't get any gold from first blood, even though your team does. I mean, one of your teammates. And then you go with half health in a lane, and you're just getting bullied because you're spec, and two, even if you're not spec and you're some kind of lane dominator, if you're 50% HP, you're gonna struggle a lot.
Yeah,
right.
True.
Also, try to Quelling Blade this tree and this tree, so your support is gonna have access, right? If you have any question, yeah, tell me.
Okay.
All right. If you have any question, you just ask. You just ask, right? So
you bet.
Working into the lane, you have to understand what the heck is going to happen to the lane, right? Who has the advantage? So you have a Dazzle and a Spec, and you have. I have no idea yet, but I assume Kunka is mid, Ricky's bot. So I'm assuming you have Abaddon and most likely Shadow Shaman or
I think it was Abba Shadow Shaman.
Perfect, and you have to understand who has the advantage in this lane. Who is supposed to gain the most out of the lane? What do you think?
I feel like I can bully out an Abba, but his regen really hinders me when he gets levels. That makes it hard.
That's good. So what is the power spike? Power spike is when you get strong. What's the power spike of Spec as a hero? What do you think? Does he have a point where, she just get this level and then she's like, I'm so strong, let's fuck them?
I think it'd be more like a Blade Mail, or if you're going Echo Saber.
All right.
Something like that.
That's true. But what about the laning stage? Let's go a little bit, a step back. What about in the laning stage?
Your level 2 dagger, maybe? I don't really know.
Yeah, because there is none, right? Let's say PA, Phantom Assassin, has level 6. Makes sense? She gets critical, and suddenly she becomes, she's here and she gets level 6, and she's like so much stronger, power spike.
Right. Yeah.
Draw Ranger, level 6. What about the hero?
Power spike.
Come again?
PL is a hero that I play quite a bit. His power spike's level 6.
Perfect, but PL, usually gets level 6 and goes to the lane a little bit more. He's like, I'm out of here, not that strong of a laner, but that's true. He has also level 6 power spike. What about a hero like Morphling? Not a good example. What about a hero like Spec, a hero like Troll? This type of heroes, even Monkey King, even though Monkey King has level 3 power spike, his power spike is strong. The more levels they have, the better. It's not like they have some, huge power spike. The more levels they have, the better. For example, Gyrocopter, level 2 is power spike because it has 2 spells. But if he's level 3, he has also, he still upgrades. So the more levels he has, the better.
Yeah, right? For sure. Spectre definitely, I feel like Spectre fits in that boat too.
Yeah, because he doesn't really have a power spike. I'm gonna get a level 2 dagger. Yeah, but what are you going to do? That's good. So we have that in mind. So let's go to Dazzle. What's Dazzle's power spike as a hero? Level 1, level 3?
Level 6, no?
That's good, but usually supports, especially on the position 5 role, by the time they're level 6, the laning stage is by far over. Usually they take it with Tome of XP around 10 minutes in. So power spike is a moment, a time, a level, maybe an item. In the laning stage, it is a level that you become strong. So
then I would say when he has both his heal pump or whatever, and then his the aura or whatever he throws on him. When he has those 2 spells,
the poison powers, right? All right, that is true. He's strong level 2, but he's also strong level 1. He's also strong level 1 because if you see Dazzle, it's not like this spell is going to make him strong. It's that this spell is going to make him strong because he applies that and he just keeps attacking them, and it just constantly refreshes the duration, and that's so strong. Right, so level 1 is his power spike. The same thing applies for many heroes. Bane is strong level 1, Undying is strong level 1, Elder Titan is strong level 1. All these heroes have level 1 power spike. They're strong immediately. This is why you usually see them in the safe lane, because level 1 power spike means that you can you can bully them. You see how much space they have here to chase as Undying? But if you place Undying here under a tower, in a lane that the creep wave meets under tower, what is he going to do? Stand here? You can't go trade, for example, with Ricky under the creep wave because you're going to receive so much more damage. Make sense?
Yes.
Perfect. Let's go to the enemy zone. They have Abaddon and they have Shadow Summon. We know that, right? They have Shadow Summon. Who is going, what's their power spike? Abaddon is strong at the laning stage. Why? Why is he strong at the laning stage versus you? What do you think?
Not armor. I know he has like low armor compared to me.
His armor is fine.
I'd say his spells.
All right. What spell does he have? Right. That is good against your duo.
Definitely his dispel.
What is he going to dispel?
Most likely Dazzle's spells, right?
So Dazzle by default is a complete bot in the lane, right? It's a complete, and whenever you poison touch and you're like, okay, poison touch, and you're gonna dagger, that's not gonna work out. Even if you go for Shadow Summon, he's just gonna bubble him, right? This is what would happen in a perfect world, right?
Yeah.
Now, there is one thing that you can abuse, right? There are 2 things in the lane. And this is why the off lane is easier to win. Because the off lane can always push and side pull. So, in a perfect world, the creep wave is always going to be here. If creep wave is here, we are a happy guy.
Yep.
See? Smiley face, there you go. Happy.
Yeah.
But if they pull, and the creep wave then comes here, do you see?
We're struggling against that strong Abaddon for sure.
So you tell your support, yo, Bratan, or por favor, I don't know what you have there. Por favor, block the count, right? Body block it, I don't care, right? This is to start with the moment, right? You need to understand that.
It's important to do that at minute 0, you're saying?
All
Or
the
at-
time.
All the time. Okay.
All the time. And sadly, in your bracket, you have to tell them, right? Now,
Yeah, that. Yeah.
the second thing that you need to understand is that if you don't go to the creep wave instantly, you lose already. So the moment that you are, the time that you're, can you speak English, bro? Fuck. The time that you are given, to last it and deny the first couple of grapes is going to be huge, huge. And here's why. Here's why. If you secure level 2 faster than your opponents, right? You force things.
You have control.
Perfect.
Yeah.
If you and Dazzle are level 2 and Abaddon and Shadow Shaman is level 1, even if you have Spec, which level 2 is beyond garbage, it doesn't make any difference. You still have double the spells than the opponents. Because
Right.
you, the duo, have 4 spells, they have 2. So what's the first thing? Secure level 2, which means first 2 creep waves without deny, and you're both level 2. Right?
Yeah.
If you deny 1 creep and you
lose
don't
it.
get denied, you're level 2. And momentarily, until the 3rd creep wave comes, you force things. Simple math, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that being said, let's start the game. All right. What information do we have right now? Look at this picture. You know, look. What do we see?
Shaman is.
No. Fuck Shaman. Because I'm gonna tell you why Shaman. Yeah, Shaman is out of position, but what can you do? You are going to, poison touch and use Q, and he's gonna bubble him. He's gonna photic silt.
True.
True? Look the picture again. Look, it's really, really, like, pay attention on everything on the screen.
I got the creep advantage because I was able to deny his range. So
Perfect.
all I'm thinking about is my range right now.
That's good. Think more. This Shadow Shaman is out of position, but we can't punch him because Abaddon is going to photic silt him.
Yep.
Abaddon is going to. Can you see my mouse?
Yeah, he doesn't have it.
All right, there you go. Pay attention. All right, you see, game is simple.
Right.
So I would scream, "Go!" Like go, no shield. I would literally open this microphone. And I would scream like Greek I am. Like go, do something. Maybe even force yourself. So you dagger yourself and you just force it, and probably he's going to die. And if you get first blood, life is beautiful. Life is beautiful.
Right. I need to be more open to punish that when they don't take their strong spell level 1.
This is the things that you might need to notice, right? And therefore you just punish them. I'm not gonna say in high MMR games we do that constantly, but it's not like it's not rocket science, We understand, oh fuck, Dazzle versus Abaddon, fuck, poison touch. Or you can use poison touch after he uses a photic silt. Good for right. Right? Alright. You could for example,
I was short.
Yeah?
I mistimed it.
You went, I think you just went for Dagger on Abaddon, which is alright. Maybe you went for the range creep. But again, the same.
I went for the range creep, yes.
Yeah, that's good. But for all I know, you could still, you see, Dazzle commits, and then you can just dagger him and you just run him down and he can't do anything. Right? Because if you see Shadow Shaman, it's quite squeezes a hero. Dazzle is really good. It's really good versus him, right?
Right.
Right.
So I definitely feel like I could have helped that Dazzle win that trade with Shaman, for sure.
Shaman was dead. If you have poison touch on the hero and you constantly apply it, he's going to die. That's it. You can't do anything, right? All right, let's go back. That's still a good opening, You can still go for it Because there's no way they can actually compensate. The compensate. I don't like this word. There's no way they are gonna save him somehow, right? And it kind of proves your Dazzle that hey, I'm going on this guy. Keep going up because Dazzle is like, oh fuck, I'm going to lose health, and he just goes back. While all these are opportunities,
Mm-hmm.
All right, and the side pull that we said, I want to tip this out to someone for actually side pulling because he actually punishes you. This is something that people don't do. They don't. They just don't do it, man. They just don't side pull at all, right?
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
I think there was definitely more pulls in this game than the 10 before it.
All right. All right. Thank God, no first blood. All right. Let me ask you: is this a fun lane? Is this a good lane? Is this a bad lane? Do we want to be here? Do we want to leave from here? What's your vibe about the lane?
No, I wouldn't say it's the funnest lane at all. The stuns can punish me and Abba can hurt, so...
That's true. That's true. So what you're saying is that the more time you have in this lane, the more time you spend on this lane, the harder it's going to get.
Yeah,
All right.
That's definitely how I feel.
Perfect. So you start to think about going to the jungle. It's not like Spec can do anything else, right? It's not like I'm gonna gank. No, you need to start already thinking about jungling. Not now, but in terms of items. All right.
Yeah.
Perfect. What is the cheapest item that will allow you to go jungle? Like if you're like 15k ahead right now, and you have literally nothing, what item would you get?
For Spectre, Blade Mail.
Blade Mail. So this is Pepeg already. You said it yourself. This makes sense. Sure.
Okay. I normally go Blade Mail, but I remember this game I went Echo Saber because I wanted to try it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I understand that, right? I understand that. And I will not disagree. Echo Saber is an option. I'm just a little bit hesitant because you can't take Echo Saber on a game. Echo Saber amplifies what you do pretty much, right? It attacks better and a little bit faster. But
got it. So I need to do that when I have more of a free lane.
Perfect.
Not
We're gonna have
necessarily
it
when
trades.
I'm getting shackled.
Perfect. If you go right now to jungle, you're not gonna say, "Hey, I'm gonna buy Echo Saber. I'm gonna farm fast." No. You need Blade, right? I'm not against Echo Saber. I'm still not convinced about Echo Saber yet, but I guess pro players know better, right? What do I know?
Yeah.
All right.
I think I was definitely just curious how it would feel this game. But yeah, normally it's I get the Band of Elven skin and then I rush. I think I do the Band of Elven skin into Blade Mill.
I like what you're doing here. Because here's what you're doing, but you need to break it down. Right. You see who you are supposed to kill right now. It's a little bit lucky that this guy got poison touch, but what I would do is like, all right, they have nothing else right now. Who do I focus? I'm gonna go right. I'm gonna not Abaddon. I'm gonna go for the behind target. Perfect.
Definitely Shadow Shaman there.
Perfect. Right.
Like Shaman or Abba had the shield on him too, so I definitely should have just walked through him there. You're
Perfect.
right.
These are the small things that, if you were to attack Abaddon or if you were to attack Shadow Shaman, it's not going to change the outcome of the game. But if you were to add all these things together, in the end of the game, you would play a different game. All right?
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Let me ask you a good question. I see you go for Evelskin. Elveskin? Elvenskin. Holy. I've been pronouncing this wrong for the last 10 years. So, are you gonna get Treads? Are you gonna get Phase Boots? What are you gonna get?
I'm going Treads. I just auto pick Treads as Spectre.
Why not Phase Boots?
It's a good question.
And it requires a good answer.
I don't think about it, I guess.
What does Treads do? Generally, I like Treads a lot more rather than Phase Boots. Why? What's the difference between Treads and Phase Boots? Question mark. Plug.
I would say I think I have more spells with treads, but
That's true. All right.
I think for phase boots, I'm more survivable.
All right, I agree with you, and you're totally fine. You're totally correct on that. To like for time purposes, what does threads do is it allows you to farm faster. What does phase boots allow you to do is what?
Fight. That would
Yes,
be my
that's
guess.
true. Apply more pressure on the lane stage. Pretty much.
Yeah.
So when you're ahead with spec, if you're stomping the lane, I would be like, fuck that. I'm gonna get phase boots, and the moment I see my opponent, I'm gonna dodge your phase, hit. If you think about it, what are the heroes, both offlaners and safe laners, that get phase boots? Legion commanders.
Definitely the link dominators, for sure.
Yeah, perfect. Juggernauts, maybe Mighty King.
Ursa. I went phase boots Ursa last game.
That's not bad. It's acceptable. I like trades a little bit more just because you have the ability with air shock and sometimes you get out of mana. But no one is gonna say, hey, phase boots Ursa, that's bad. No, it totally makes sense. If you're ahead in the lane, you go and you get phase boots, right? Just keep that in mind. From now on, for example, if right now you have 1k gold and you're so far and behind and go in the lane and you need to go jungle, you're like, I'm gonna get treads, man. I'm gonna get treads.
Right. Yeah, like this Dazzle definitely tried, and I think he did. He's obviously a pause 5 player, not a role queuer, in my
All right,
opinion.
that's good. That's good. All right, what I want you to do right now. Have you ever played Zeus?
Yes.
All right. What do you do when you get level 6? Be honest. You try to kill steals, to steal kills. Holy fuck, I can't speak English. You try to steal kills, pretty much, right? That's what you do.
Mm-hmm.
We have to be honest. The same thing applies with spec, right? When you have if you see an opportunity to hunt and make something happen in the map, even for a support, you do it, right? You do it,
Right.
right? Just keep that in mind. Even if it has to, and you can just tip it back. Worst case scenario, right? Now, here's a good question. When do you? Okay, let's kill this guy. Good. That's fine. That's fine. When do you leave this lane? Right now. When do you want to leave this lane?
I'd say soon, but I'm not. I don't feel like I'm getting bullied in this lane, so I'm doing just fine taking creeps at the moment.
So not soon.
Yeah, I guess not.
All right. So
I think in a normal game, a normal spec game, this is about the timing though.
All right, that makes sense because approximately 8 to 10 minutes in is the time that you lose the tier 1, because people start to rotate. But if you have the best lane ever and nothing changes, you don't leave the lane. Makes sense? If they keep coming and they keep dying, why would you change anything? In the end, lane creeps are worth more than jungle creeps.
Yeah.
So in the perfect world, you're going to do what you're doing right now. Farm this one, and repeat. If for some reason 15 heroes come over here, then it's time to leave. Right? This possessed mask is actually quite good. Ideally, what jungle item do you want as spec?
Ideally?
Yeah.
Ideally Blade Mail.
That's not a jungle item though.
It's not a jungle item?
No, Blade Mail is not a jungle. Oh, the Blade Mail. Oh, you mean chipped vest?
Oh, you mean neutral item?
Yeah, I call them jungle items. Apologies. Yeah, in the perfect world, you want chipped vest, right?
Yeah. When I see that, I love it.
Yeah, it's great for spec, and here's why.
I spam pinged an axe one game because he kept that, and I didn't get it, and I cried.
Fuck them, man. Break items.
I about did. I think I won that game.
Oh, guys, I'm joking. All right. Nice. All right. That was a little bit bad here, but that's good. What's going on? That's good.
So, I think my thought here was I wanted to pressure this tower.
And it's totally perfect to do that, right? It's totally perfect to do that. It's not bad as a rotation because usually that's what I say to the safe laners, right? To do, you can go 10 minutes in with a catapult and take the bot tier 1. And the reason why you want to do that is because in the perfect world, your farming pattern is this area, right? But in order to have this farming pattern, you need the tower to...
I need that tower, yeah. Ooh, that was hot.
That was good. That was good.
We get our tower.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. All right. You get your Echo Saber, and what item would it be next? Think about it.
I think I go Manta, but I'm not. Manta or S and Y. I think I would say S and Y this game, honestly.
Generally, here's what I like on Spec. Most of the times I like Manta style, right? And here's why. What does S and Y allow you to do? It's the statue resistance, and if you get caught, you will, get caught less. But if you hunt and go on the backline and just Manta instantly, Shadow Summon always die. That's why statue resistance in our minds makes sense versus Shadow Summon, but Manta makes more sense because if he has 3 units on top of him, he's just going to die.
Right? Yeah.
So that's why I like it a lot. Right. We have to understand why the bot lane is so important to farm. I mean the off lane. Because every camp is next to a creep wave. And creep waves, as we said, worth more, right? So this is why this, you need to give the call, por favor, but Bratan, go top. I don't know Spanish, right? But tells me to go top. Tells me that's my area. And, well, you can't do anything else, right? Yeah. Because right now, literally, this guy is kind of griefing you. Let's go back.
Yeah, for sure.
That's good hunch. The good hunch. I like how aggressive you're playing right now, and that's it. Zeus ulti, go back. No ulti, back to farming, right? Okay, let's go back because I didn't like that. That's a really small thing. Instead of doing that, go and stack this one. Why not? This gives you, I don't know, 80 gold. This gives you 200 gold. 80 gold might be too much. That's like the small efficient things that you might want to do. So, game plan, right? When are you going to be active on the map? Like, are you gonna farm
25 minutes plus?
The answer is Spec.
Plus?
25 minutes plus. Okay, let's talk in terms of items. What items do you need this game?
I think Manta and I can F things up.
I would go for Manta Scadi. I just recall that you kind of need Manta, right? Because this thing, if you get caught, you lose your path. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. So you get break, so you need a Manta. Also, it's really good versus Diffusal, right? So you can just Manta Diffusal and you can just walk out of the smoke. So the answer as Spec is, when do you get out? The answer is never. In theory, you already get out, but you just keep doing what you're doing, right? All I want you to do is farm this area, push the bot lane. And why is it so important to push the bot lane? First of all, you apply pressure. Second of all, it gives information because somebody has to defend it. But most importantly, the bot lane is important. Why? Because, because they can't really gank you easily. That's why if there is a tier 1 here, holy cow, you can't do that. They're just gonna TP and kill you, right? Yeah. Or let's say they're gonna kill you because the tower is here. But yeah, until you have your core items, you keep doing that. When you have your core item as Spec, because you have the global presence, you keep doing that, right? That's all.
Right.
That's all. Right now you have free game. Yeah, my team died. It doesn't matter, right? It literally doesn't matter.
Right. I'm having a free game.
You're having
of my life right now, so I don't care. Stack.
You did it before. Stack. Right? You might laugh, but these are things that will allow you, because here's like you have to see the continuation of not side. Because if you don't stack, what are you gonna do? Go here and then go here, and on your attempt to farm this wave, they might actually gank you. Because when when you win a fight, what do you notice? Who didn't die? Spec. Fuck, she's farming. We need to gank her. So if you actually reveal
right.
bot, it's like this is what you're doing. Imagine play versus anti-mates, and you're like, yeah, but anti-mates is farming.
I'm having a free game.
You're having
of my
a
life
free
right
game
now,
right now.
so I don't care.
Stack. You did it before. Stack. Stack. Right? You might laugh, but these are things that, will allow you, because here's like you have to see the continuation of not side. Because if you don't stack, what are you gonna do? Go here and then go here, and on your attempt to farm this wave, they might actually gank you. Because when you win a fight, what do you notice? Who didn't die? Spec. Fuck, she's farming. We need to gank her. So if you actually reveal
right.
bot, it's like this is what you're doing. Imagine play versus anti-mates, and you're like, yeah, but anti-mates is farming, and you're like, so the gank is going to come, right? So ideally, in the perfect world, you want to spend the minimum amount of time in the lanes, right? That's why you don't push the wave. That's the last way to go. Like that's the last place you go, and you don't push it here, and you don't go for these camps because that's just too deep, right?
Yeah.
Right, that's good. I like this item a lot, but you might actually lose some health maybe on your attempt to farm ancients. So far you're doing great, man. What did you? All right, I want you to look on the map. Nice. Go for hoodwink. That's not hoodwink.
I got stuck.
All right, that's a little bit bad, right? Here's why it's bad. It's not bad of a fight. Like I kind of liked it, right? But you need to go for what heroes? And this applies for pretty much anything in Dota. What
Ones
heroes?
that are gonna kill me, right?
Come again?
The ones that will kill me.
That ones that will die the fastest. Because let me give you my perspective, right? So I'm kind of a stressful guy. So when I see multiple heroes in my screen, I'm getting choked. I'm like, dude, start clearing heroes so I can just focus what the heck is going on. So I'm like, all right, Hoodwink is there alone. You almost killed him pretty much, right?
Yeah.
This is like what we say the thought process. So in the perfect world, you go for the Shadow Summon and the Hoodwink, right?
Yep.
That's all. If you have now some kind of LC and you want to lock down a Tidehunter, right? So before he ravages, then you just focus this guy. Make sense?
Right.
Perfect.
Yep.
It wasn't bad because you're actually quite, let's see, net worth. You're actually quite far ahead, right? For a hero that doesn't really farm that fast, you're doing great, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lastly. And this applies, it's not that spec specific, but applies for all heroes. Do not use TP on tier 2s and outposts to farm. That's really important.
Just walk the lane.
Perfect, yeah.
Or walk
Unless
out.
there is a huge creep wave. For all I know, right, there could be a team fight right now, bot, in theory, right? And you can join them.
Yeah, and I would need to TP there.
Yeah. This doesn't apply on spec, but it would apply on a lifestealer, on something that's a little bit more middle range, middle game hero, right?
Yeah. Makes sense.
Nice kill steal, perfect. Alright, perfect. I like that you go bot. Alright. Lanes. So far you're playing great, man. You're playing great, but these are the small things that probably would have made your game a lot easier. Alright.
I think, yeah, I remember
Nice.
this fight. I was waiting for my Manta to haunt. So.
This was a little bit bad on the Manta style, but yeah. Fine, that's fine.
True, I didn't.
That's a little bit deep, I feel like. A little bit deep, but nice. Do you see? Like if you just mount on top of him,
He just dies.
he just dies, yeah.
It's,
But you need to be on top of him. Don't think of the scenario, especially with spec, that you are getting suckled and you're like counting seconds. Oh my god, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No,
Right.
you need to be the scenario that you think about it. That's why Antimates is not gonna get S and Y versus Shadow Summon. How stupid does it sound? S and Y Antimates versus Shadow Summon. No, Blink Manta Style and she's dead. Right? All right, let's go back to see that this time you actually performed great, right? So you wait that. Let's go back. That was a little bit fast. Sorry. You wait the Manta Style. Perfect. You haunt and Dagger Manta instant. I know that's about clicking, but Hoodwink is honestly, it's so annoying as a hero. So annoying. Yeah, he got saved, but I like what you're doing here. And you're going back, and that would be fine for you going back. And here's what I don't like. This is for me, personally, this is just too deep, right?
Okay.
What I would do is, like, change the aggro at least. I don't, like, I want everyone else die first before you do, right? That's just too deep. So what I'm saying, change aggro, so it will attack your Brewmaster, it will attack your Weaver. It will not attack you, right?
Right.
Perfect. Perfect. By the way, what does this fight, every fight that we have, tells you what you need for the next item, as the next item. So, what does...
I feel like they were running away from me. I need my Scotty.
Alright, it could be like Scotty, it could be Diffusal, it could be Basher. Scotty makes more sense because I still feel that you might die, so you kind of seal the deal with having the Scotty.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Maybe, if you have some other Scotty carrier, Diffusal makes more sense, for example, or something like that. If they have literally no damage, but Scotty makes a lot of sense, right? Now, what do you do when you win a fight? Do you take objectives? Do you farm? Do you push lanes? What do you do? And this is a rule, but let's think about it.
I think objectives is the rule, right?
What you do is push waves and take the enemy jungle. Farm the enemy jungle. But there are actually exceptions to that. Exceptions are tier 1s, right? 2. Taking fight next to an objective. So right now you literally want to fight next to an objective. So
we're gonna take
you
it.
take the objective. If you win a fight outside Roshan, what do? You take the
Take
Roshan.
Roche.
Right. And 3, late game. So often, and you'll see that in literally all games. Oh, we want to fight here. Let's just take this objective. And they start watching.
It's so far.
It's not just so far, yeah. By the time they're there, do you see the respawn times? They just use Fortify.
And they're back.
The electrons, I call them, still staying there. Them, when you play mindlessly, they're still staying there. They go back, they TP, they kill them, and they just get wiped. Right? So don't do that unless you're next to an objective, tier 1s, and you're late game, because late game means that the respawn time is actually quite long. All right? Let me see your jungle items as well. All right, sure. That's Roshan. That's a dangerous Roshan. And I would actually I would just use my Manta Style here, because it kind of works with Desolate. Nice. Perfect. Okay, you're going for Heart. It's not bad.
I am.
Yeah, it's not bad, but, now that you think about it, Heart gives you a lot of health. Do you know what item Heart is good with?
Is it good with Basher?
Yeah, it's not bad with Basher. It's good with Radiance. Because when you have Radiance, what you do is you deal damage by just being alive. Therefore, if you're alive longer, you just deal more damage.
Got it.
So, right now, you invest on right-clicking, so you need items to right-click. Make sense?
Yeah.
So, if you have...
I think I felt worried about the Kunkka here, and that's why I was going for the Heart over the Scotty.
Alright. I will not disagree with you, but I feel like you are all more than healthy, especially with depression, right? Dispersion. Depression is something else. Lol. Dispersion, right? Especially with dispersion, right? You're so tanky. Like that,
Right.
anything that will boost your health is enough. So items are like acceptable items are also butterfly. It kind of gives you a lot of health indirectly, right? I know that they don't really have a lot of right clickers, but overall, if you see their heroes, what's their problem? That they have limited amount of damage. You add up all the numbers, and they don't have an extra source that's unlimited in terms of damage. So an unlimited source of damage is a Terrorblade hitting you, right?
Right.
He hits you again and again and again and again, right? A life stealer that hits you. But right now they have Shadow Summon, limited amount of damage, right? They have a lot of control.
Yeah.
Hoodwink.
For Riki, he uses his spells and then
Yeah, Rick is
he's
like
on cooldown.
the only acceptable hero that might get you down, but it's Ricky, man, right? And they have Kunkka and Abaddon, limited amount of damage,
Yep.
So you can just get 3k health, 4k health, and then you're like done. But I feel like you just need a little bit more damage, because if everyone else dies and you're alone, you will die as well. This is how you deal, for example, indirectly with heroes like Medusa, right?
Yep.
Perfect. So what I would
Or
do, like,
Bristleback, yeah.
oh yeah, perfect. Or a bristleback. You just ignore him, and then he's alone, and then you're like, fuck it, we can kill him, and you just spread around the map. Or you just try to get him down as well.
Right.
Alright. So I wouldn't get Heart. Maybe Butterfly. I would go something like Scabby, Butterfly, and the Buzzer, right? I think that would be good.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad, but if I'm going right click, what type of item do I want? In terms of
more
health?
right click, right?
Yeah, instead of a heart.
Yeah.
Maybe Satanic makes more sense, because you just right click, So since you right click, Satanic makes a lot of sense, right? That's just food for thought. All right. That's good. That's good. All right. Think about it. That's perfect. That's perfect, right? And this is the only scenario that is acceptable as spec. This is the only scenario you would fight. Haunting, yeah, sure, you just died here, but for all I know, you could just haunt and jump into this guy, right? Even though that's not illegal. So all I'm thinking is, imagine you have a heart right now. All right. How does this help you? Just see
It
what
really doesn't, because I'm not really getting hit, am I?
Perfect. Even if you were to hit, how much damage? Oh, that's a weird split. How much damage are you gonna get? Right. That's what I'm saying. Maybe it's like a little bit of wasted money. Right? That's just food for thought. Wasted money. Alright, do you see that? Let's see that again. The Manda style versus Shadow Summon.
Yeah, did he... I can't tell if he clicked something wrong, because I don't think I got stunned.
He just suckles and then yeah, it's like, what can he do when all of the illusions just hit him, Okay, you got the heart. I'm actually surprised this game is actually 1 hour, man.
Yeah?
Alright, that's perfect. Perfect.
I think that was the story of the game, though. They got strong enough that they could kill the 4 of them and then 1v5 or 5v1 me.
That's a little bit. I'm gonna give you a shot here. That's a little bit of you, because you kind of wasted gold, right? It could be like you could seal the deal here with a good item, with a good Scad, so they can't run away. Even with Abyssal, for example, it could be like Scad the Abyssal, right? So you will lock the supports, because I feel like this Hoodwink and this Shadow Summon can do so much, right? This item is really good for you, by the way. Titan Silver is also really good for you. This is your SNY. Yeah. So
I definitely feel like watching this. I feel like I wish I had a Scotty, because they are just kiting me very well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But remember, from now on, every fight tells you what you would need or what you will need for the next time. So, do you die? Get something to deal with that. Do you not kill them? That's also really good, by the way. But I feel like Titan Silver is good if you feel like you get kited.
I don't think I was sure, because I kept it.
I just want to
thinking
see your
about it.
next item right now.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Right. On. I don't know how this game got to 60 minutes, man. I swear. But
I didn't buy a Scotty, dude.
yeah, that's good. I mean, you get the racks. This Enigma has found some legit black holes. You get the buzzer. Buzzer is not bad. I would get butterfly actually here instead of scat as well, so I can deal more damage. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, do you have any questions that you would like to ask? Like anything, since we're here, you know. Because right now, from all I know, I don't want to see what happens next. Because for me, this game is over. Like
Right.
literally, and if it's not, probably you did something, you know, stupid. I'm gonna call it stupid.
Yeah, for sure. No, I don't. I don't think so. Maybe for like the third, the I really like our Scotty and Hart conversation we had because that's definitely a question of mine.
Uh-huh.
Um, so for Radiance, after if I went Radiance build after Hart, would it still just be the Basher?
If you get a Radiance build after Heart, come again? Say that again.
So Radiance, and then I go Hard at some point, and then what would be my next item? That would be my question for
Oh,
itemization.
well, you kind of need to adapt on the lineup, right? I
Yeah.
can't really answer you that, but I guess usually what they do is they get the Radiance, they get the Manta style, right?
Yep.
So they can abuse this Manta style Sent Illusion farm the waves type of thing, like Axe does and like Luna does with the new Manta style with the cooldown, you know. And then
Yep.
what you do is usually get the heart or get something similar to high health. It could be Scatty, Butterfly, probably not. I would just itemize heart first if I have to guess, right? And that's just random. For
Yeah.
all I know, it could be BS. Um, and then, depending on the game, if you need lockdown, let's say they have a Storm Spirit or they have a Tinker, probably something like an Abyssal makes more sense. If they have more right-clicky thing, something like a Butterfly, let's say you play versus PA where you don't really want to get an MKB, right? Then this makes more sense. You just need to adapt to what they have, right? Just need to adapt to what they have. For example,
Okay. I just thought of another question.
Mhm.
For closing games, what's the best way to do that? You like we took that bottom racks. Are we better off waiting for Roshan and then just closing out?
Look, if I were you, I'm gonna be honest. I would have the mindset like, can we just get this over with this set and just move on, go to the next game. And
Right.
in a perfect scenario, you take these racks, go back to tier 2, secure this area, right? Secure this area. Wait for next Roshan, take next Roshan, and then you just either walk here or like go from here to here. Take that
Okay.
and just
Yep.
fight, right? That's all. Um, but
Yeah,
then
because I think we just stand outside of T4s and feed. No.
yeah, because you don't really have a lot of space to chase, sadly, right?
Right.
This is what I say. You're just trying to bully, and you're kind of getting punished for that.
Hmm. Yeah, you're right though. This game definitely is over.
This is by far over, right? This is by far over, and the problem is that if for some reason you do that one more time and you give them Roshan, this is where the comeback exists. Don't underestimate Ricky. He's not good against you, but you know what he's good against? All of your other heroes. He's good against Weaver, he's good against Brewmaster, he's good against Dazzle. Maybe not versus Enigma, right? But just because he has the BKB. But generally, he's
Yep.
like a beast versus all these heroes, right? So don't underestimate it. Butterfly makes a lot of sense, right? Um,
I don't finish it. I remember this. I think I go. I think I go BKB
dude,
instead of finishing.
dude. Okay, that's good actually. Holy cow! I thought you didn't have space for that. That's good. That's good. You go BKB. What does BKB do?
I
That's
felt
a,
like I was getting kited or
that's
some.
okay. You can't
That's
haunt
a
like
bad
that.
haunt.
You can't haunt like that. That's like Pepeg 6. You can't haunt like that, right? You if you want to end the game, you just either go top and just take the ages, because if you don't have haunt, you can't force a fight. You're actually quite weak. Haunt, like I'm just gonna show numbers. Haunt is actually literally your damage. 80%, right? It's literally as much as you were to attack to all. That means you can kill, you can just kill supports just with Haunt, right?
Yeah. I feel like I learned what I could from this game. I'd like to peek at that Ursa game.
All right, we'll talk like a little bit on the Ursa game, and
Just the laning stage or something.
yeah.
So,
Ursa is the second one, right?
yeah.
All right, where is it? Ursa was with the Titans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Oh shit! It's a free game, isn't it? I forgot about that.
What do you mean pre-game?
It was a free lane. Is me versus Brewmaster.
Yeah. I mean, sure, that's definitely that's a little bit of Ursa favored, but there are still a lot to learn, because I saw that you went for Diffusal in the free lane, and if you can get away with Grid, no need for Diffusal, right?
True.
So,
Well, my Wraith King went Radiant, so
all right. All right. Okay, you did like do you remember I told you previous in the previous game, you just eat the tango and just stay in the tower and you're just gonna be full health. Well, there's your regeneration with the tango. You should be full,
Yep.
right? All right, let me wait. I'm just holy cow. I'm just what? Why do you pre-skill that? No need. No need. Yet. Don't pre-skill. Never pre-skill. Never pre-skill. I'm gonna say that again. Never pre-skill. For all I know, you might need this to get out. You might need this to secure range creep, right? No need, right?
okay.
Perfect.
Yep.
All right.
I definitely don't do that at all.
All right. All right. I mean, you died, but nothing actually happened. Truth be told, I'm gonna be honest. You're still having
Right.
creep wave. All right.
I think I got both range creeps too, or like, that one didn't die.
Do you remember what we said? Generally, beside the level 2 thing that I told you to abuse when you have level 2 before them, another good trick, let's say, is that you always find for a 2v1 scenario. So for all I know, this sniper is out of position. So this Brewmaster is actually quite exposed.
Right.
You can't take advantages yet, but the moment you're level 2, you can take advantage of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, perfect. Did the fuck you're just sideball again? All right,
I don't know.
hold. I'm like, all right. Where is it? Where are you? Okay, there you go. All right, perfect. All right. All right. So for all I know, right now you're 1v1 versus Brewmaster. There's not a lot of thought process in that to understand that in 1v1 melee versus melee, unless you play with freaking Monkey King or something, or Troll.
I do play Monkey King. He was an old last patch I played him.
No. I mean, like having Ursa versus Monkey King. Right now this is where you grow balls and you just attack him. You throw him out of the lane again and again and again. Right?
Got it.
And this is why I say that usually to the support players. This where is it? This lane work is so important. Let's say you play versus Air Spirit, you play versus Spirit Breaker. What is 100% sure that these heroes are going to do is what? They're gonna go
Run
and
at me.
roam. Oh, not attack you. They're gonna mid lane. They're gonna go for the water runes. They're gonna go, up, right, left, top, bottom. Generally, move around the map. So, what does a lane ward gives us? The ability to know when someone is in the lane or not. So we know that sniper hasn't showed up. I know that this guy is alone. I would be like, you see this microphone here? Bratan, por favor. I don't know. That's a combination of Russian and Spanish. Go. Who doesn't know go? Go. Forcings. I would just spam, all again. This guy is getting way too much. Right? Way too much. Pink. Let me show it.
Like I should have just been running at him. You're right. I think I hesitate a bit here.
Nice. Again. Kill him. Alright. Pink more. I know that sounds like, I know that you can't really do anything else. Like, go. Please, go. You have to be like this guy that might get reported at this point, but this is literally unacceptable, It just, he takes too much, man. Too much. Imagine having a bristleback, not punishing him, and you know what's going to happen? It's gonna turn like a boomerang, and in the end, he's gonna destroy both of you. It's not that
I did nothing for the first 4 minutes. Yeah, for sure.
Meanwhile, the hero, all he has to do is like press dual breath instead of ice breath. That's fine. Alright, that's good, but what you can do is, instead of doing that, just food for thought. You can just hit that and just stack it and pull it here instantly. Right, do you see?
Mm-hmm.
Food for thought. Alright. I don't really like that you don't pull yourself, right? You should just pull yourself. Because what we said, where is the ideal lane position?
Yeah, back outside my tower.
This is the ideal lane position for whom?
For the carry.
For the enemies. Like.
Oh, you're saying where it is now, yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Let's see that again a little bit. Alright, that's a little bit unfortunate. I think you kind of overestimate them. But, shit happens. So, here you get face boots. It's not good, it's not bad. But what do you want, what's the outcome? Do you want to farm or do you want to apply pressure? You have to understand what role you want to play into the game. So, if you go and you just, say, alright, rating is going to carry me, then you might as well go for that phase boots diffusal blink that you want to. Alright? Otherwise, you might,
I might want my Battle Fury instead.
Or you can just get a Midas into diffusal. So you'll never step behind into a farm. Because here's how I proceed to these games. You will either win them 20 minutes in or 60 minutes in. Right? I'm like, there's no way we're going to win this 20 minutes in, so it's going to be 60. So you have to kind of long-term watch for what's going to happen. And, Tekis, strong hero. But what is the weakness of Tekis as a hero? Because everyone's going to be, the game's going to be,
Tekis needs time.
That's good. And Tekis, 9 out of 10 fights is not present. He's not. The fights are usually 4v5. It's in actually just suicides. Usually when Tekis wins a fight, it's because the fight is happening. No, happens.
Where he was 3 minutes ago or something, right?
Perfect. That's actually quite smart. You broke it down. That's what happens, right?
I definitely feel like during this game, I wasn't thinking about looking at this lineup and thinking, oh, this is going to go late.
Yeah. Maybe sometimes you're like a little bit, as I said, predetermined of what's going to happen. But yeah, I feel like you need to understand. All right, that's good. You get this. How come? Okay.
Can you go back 10 seconds? I think he missed the, was it an uphill miss on the courier? 2.
No, I think not enough damage. Oh, uphill.
No, uphill miss.
That's interesting. Yeah. So why you get? That's the last thing I want to discuss. Why you get that?
Why do I get that? That's a good question. Just sustain, I guess.
Sustain. All right. Sustain. That's not a bad answer, but sustain where?
I feel like that's my jungle item as Ursa.
All right. Let's go to jungle items. All right. Let's go to this guy, right? You can, like, if you want to get Roshan, you can just get your rating, right? Because he has this lifesteal. Make sense?
That's an aura for every hero, huh?
Yeah, it says affects allies, so I assume
Yeah, I
it
didn't
does
know
work
that.
this way. But let's say, screw that. What's more important, getting a blade of alacrity or getting the lifesteal? I would say getting the blade of alacrity. And worst case scenario, what's the most broken item if you're like in health, low in health, to compensate for the lack of health that you have in this situation? And I'm gonna like spare time here. You buy this item. That's a little bit of mind, like a trick. Get this item, right? Good item, right?
Yeah.
You use that, and you get double the health. All right.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Pog.
I've
So
never even thought about using the ironwood tree as a double tango.
many people don't know that. It's just food for thought. Instead of wasting 900 gold, you might as well take something.
I'm 1/4 closer to my diffusal.
Yeah.
And I'm full health. Yeah, makes sense.
Right. Anything you want to ask me?
Not necessarily, no.
All right.